Hi there, this is Book of Mormon Reader with my part 2 of my video response for the first installment of Santora 57, Truth or Error. Again, Santora 57, I do thank you for your thoughtful video, and I hope I'm not rambling here, but I just wanted to follow up with one more little point that you said and offer something else. You talked about how you didn't feel like that religion had a place in government, that didn't have a place in politics. And lest we forget, my ancestors, perhaps your ancestors, the founding fathers of our country, that is the whole reason this country was founded, was to have these religious freedoms. That's the whole reason, because they were having this kind of oppression in England. So they got together as a God-fearing group of men and actually emblazoned it upon our currency. In God we trust. It's in every part of our government. In God we trust. It's in our American flag. One nation under God. Now, I don't want to, get on a soapbox about that. I just wanted to point that out. That's not me saying that. That is our whole, everything about our government is based on religion and God. And there's a little scene, remember this, from Miracle on 34th Street, where they're trying to disprove that Santa exists. And they're trying to give all these things, saying Santa's not real, Santa's not real. And in the original, the black and white version, the United States Postal Office delivers all their mail that's addressed to Santa while he's in the courtroom. And you remember what the judge said? Do you remember that? The judge said, well, if the government believes that this man is Santa, then he must be Santa. And the way that he got that little clue in his head, he's looking at the dollar bill that says, "In God we trust." In God we trust. Now, something else interesting that I came across, it was shared in church this morning. And I want to just offer this as a final little conclusion to what you were talking about not having God in religion or politics. This is actually a little excerpt from Ben Stein, and he did such an eloquent job that I really don't want to paraphrase it. I'd like to just keep it in its pure form as he offered it. And Ben Stein, if you recall, he has played many, many wonderful roles as the dry professor and the guy from Ferris Bueller's Day Off going like this, Bueller, Bueller, that guy. So that guy's who I'm talking about. And so these are his words. I do hope that you receive this in the spirit that it's intended. Just this is my final conclusion for this little segment. My confession. I am a Jew, and every single one of my ancestors was Jewish, and it does not bother me even a little bit when people call those beautiful lit up bejeweled trees Christmas trees. I don't feel threatened. I don't feel discriminated against. That's what they are, Christmas trees. It doesn't bother me a bit when people say Merry Christmas to me. I don't think they are slighting me or getting ready to put me in a ghetto. In fact, I kind of like it. It shows that we are all brothers and sisters celebrating this happy time of year. It doesn't bother me at all that there is a manger scene on display at a key intersection near my house in Malibu. If people want to crush, it's just as fine with me as is the menorah a few hundred yards away. I don't like getting pushed around for being a Jew, and I don't think Christians like getting pushed around for being Christians. I think people who believe in God are sick and tired of getting pushed around, period. I have no idea where the concept came from that America is an explicitly atheist country. I can't find it in the Constitution, and I don't like it being shoved down my throat. Or maybe I can put it another way. Where did the idea come from that we should worship Nick and Jessica and we aren't allowed to worship God as we understand Him? I guess that's a sign that I'm getting old too. But there are a lot of us who are wondering where Nick and Jessica came from and where the America we knew went to. In the light of many jokes we send to another for a laugh, this is a little different. This is not intended to be a joke. It's not funny. It's intended to get you thinking. Billy Graham's daughter was interviewed on the early show, and Jane Clayson asked her, how could God let something like this happen regarding Katrina? Anne Graham gave an extremely profound and insightful response. She said, I believe God is deeply saddened by this, just as we are. But for years we've been telling God to get out of our schools, to get out of our government, and to get out of our lives. And, being the gentleman He is, I believe He has calmly backed out. How can we expect God to give us His blessing and His protection if we demand He leave us alone? In light of recent events, terrorist attack, school shootings, etc., I think it started when Madeleine Murray O'Hair, she was murdered, her body found recently, complained that she didn't want prayer in our schools, and we said okay. Then someone said, you better not read the Bible in school. The Bible says thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, and love your neighbor as yourself. And we said okay. Then Dr. Benjamin Spock said we shouldn't spank our children when they misbehave because their little personalities would be warped and we might damage their self-esteem. Dr. Spock's son committed suicide. We said an expert should know what he's talking about. And we said okay. Now we're asking ourselves why our children have no conscience, why they don't know right from wrong, and why it doesn't bother them to kill strangers, their classmates, and themselves. Probably, if we think about it long and hard enough, we can figure it out. I think it has a great deal to do with we reap what we sow. Funny how simple it is for people to trash God and then wonder why the world is going to hell. Funny how we believe what the newspapers say, but question what the Bible says. Funny how you can send jokes through email and they spread like wildfire, but when you start sending messages regarding the Lord, people think twice about sharing. Funny how lewd, crude, vulgar, and obscene articles pass freely through cyberspace, but public discussion of God is suppressed in the school and workplace. Are you laughing? Funny how when you forward this message, you will not send it to many on your address list because you're not sure what they believe or what they will think of you for sending it. Funny how we can be more worried about what other people think of us than what God thinks of us. Pass it on if you think it has merit. If not, then just discard it. No one will know you did, but if you discard this thought process, don't sit back and complain about what bad shape the world is in. My best regards, honestly and respectfully, Ben Stein. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful conclusion to having somebody stand for something, who's not afraid to state what he believes in, nor am I. So again, I do thank you. I'm not sure I could have said that more eloquently, but I do agree with it every whit. And so I do thank you, and I look forward to your next edition. I'm Book of Mormon Reader.